Hey everyone, we are about to play a game rather with our not Zada but Mistform Ultimus. We did Zada a few months ago though, so it'll be interesting to see what our opponent's doing. We're definitely going to keep our hand. We have a Banneret, Mana Vault, okay. Opponent off to a quick start. There's our land. So we play our Banneret this turn, and then probably our I didn't update all my lands in this deck. I need to, and then probably our commander on the next turn. Interesting, our opponent didn't decide to cast his commander right there. Player Banneret. So we have Notorious Throng ready to go in the not too distant future. So that's nice. So basically what this Zada deck's going to try to do, if you didn't see my budget Zada deck a few months ago, is make a bunch of tokens and then use combat tricks to do huge amounts of damage and or draw a lot of cards. Like cantrip combat tricks are really good. Yeah, so there's a bunch of tokens. I said that that was a possibility. So it's a very good deck. I had a lot of fun playing it a couple months ago. We're going to go ahead and just play our commander. He only costs 3 because he is a merfolk and a wizard, for that matter. And we'll end our turn. So we probably put Call the Kindred on our Mistform Ultimus and just start getting free creatures. Because we're going to have to try to keep up with the kind of production our opponent's doing, which won't exactly be easy. So I think that is what we do. Call to the Kindred on our Mistform Ultimus. So obviously we get to put a free creature into play every turn from here on out, assuming our Mistform Ultimus continues to survive. Whoa. Yeah, it is the coolest thing our deck can do. We got lucky to get it in our hand. Yeah, Mistform Ultimus plus Call to the Kindred is probably the sweetest thing we have. We'll see how well it goes. I mean, he could just cast Lightning Bolt, you know, so. He could also just cast Zada and use a card that gives his whole team +3/+3 right now and get pretty close to killing me. So, yeah, that's the fun part about Zada. So we can start tapping things down. How does this? This is just spell, right? Yeah, it's only whenever you cast, so I don't get the benefit. We probably play our Sovereign next turn, and then we can set up for Notorious Throng in the nearish future, which will give us a bunch of fairies and give us an extra turn. So, all right. Yeah, I do love Zada. She probably is one of the more fun commanders I've ever played with on this series. Although the Gitrog monster is probably even more fun. And next month we'll be doing some new commander from Eldritch Moon. So that tends to be what we do. All right. So we're going to use Call to the Kindred's ability. What do we want? Probably Wing Splicer, actually. Let's go for the Splicer over the others. Gives us a Golem, too. Also sets up Notorious Throng pretty nicely. Okay, well, there's a Skull Clamp, too. How about that? All right. I think we play the Sovereign because we can use it to make our guy unblockable. Also pump up the Banneret for whatever that's worth. And then we're going to play... Do we want to play? We'll probably play Skull Clamp this turn. I don't know whether or not we'll use it. Oh, we still have mana. Maybe we just want to play our Grifter. No, we'll play Mere Galvanizer and make our Mistform even bigger. So he'll become a 5/5 with flying. We're going to go... So far we've got the advantage which is good. Next turn, if we draw land, we'll be able to Throng, and that might just make us win the game on the spot between all the flyers we get and everything. If we have a Fairy Lord in play by then, too, then I'd be really happy. It's possible, since we get to look at our top 5 cards every turn. So our opponent only has 3 goblins, so he probably can't outright kill us, which is good. He could potentially draw a lot of cards, though. Our Golem's going to get in there next turn, too, most likely, so... Yeah, our opponent used the last turn for his Mana Vault, which scares me a little bit. It could mean that he wants to do something huge this turn. So what free creature will we get this time? It's sort of like a toolbox, too. It's like, what do I want to give my Mistform Ultimus? That we chose flying that turn. Ooh, yeah, there's another way to make a bunch of creatures. Okay. Yes. Oh, man, we whiffed on everything. No creatures. Can happen, even though our deck's mostly creatures. Oh, there's an island. Okay, this is going to be ugly for our opponent. I think we just basically win on the spot. We're not going to pay anything for that. We're just going to let him get them, I think. And then cast Throng. Yeah. So we're going to swing for 8 here. Get 8 tokens. Get another turn. So we're not going to pay for either of those. All right. So we've done 10 commander damage. And now we prowl our Notorious Throng, which will give us 8/1/1 flyers in another turn, which is pretty gross. Our opponent can potentially just like kill us on his turn, because we're not going to kill him outright right here, unfortunately. We could draw a lot of cards, though, if we want to. Lol, he says. Yeah, we did. We got some sweet stuff going in this game, that's for sure. Unfortunately, we whiffed on that last call to the Kindred trigger. Arcanus Duplicant. Which do I want more? Duplicant, getting rid of that guy is pretty important because we're going to give him so many creatures. So let's go for Duplicant. You're a wizard, aren't you? You are. Diffusion Sliver. Not the most exciting thing. Okay, so 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I can also get in for, excuse me, I can get in for 18 if I use my Merfolk Sovereign here, but I don't think that's what we want to do. We can play a Fetto Grifter, which could bail us out of a scary situation. We can at least play it and keep our opponent from doing as much stuff. But I think I'm going to play Skull Clamp. I mean, Diffusion Sliver is okay. It'll make my Mistform Ultimus harder to kill. But I don't know. I'm a little scared. I mean, he plays Zada and he has a trick in his hand. Let's say it's +3/+3 to his whole team. We do have blockers, but still don't love it. I'd rather draw some cards off of Skull Clamp, honestly, than I would use it to make a guy bigger. So I think I play the Grifter and play Skull Clamp. Well, we play Skull Clamp first, draw some cards, and then we see what happens. So let's go to combat now. This would be a pretty fun little core of like a standard deck that modern deck rather, like a casual one obviously that cheats big creatures into play, since you can treat any creature into play if you have that. So Alright, so we're going to get in there with all of our flyers. The scary thing is this deck we're playing can throw such big haymakers that even though we're like well in control of this game, we could just like lose instantly. That was my experience playing with Zada. We're less likely to do it now that we took away his Kazul, but it could still happen. So I'm going to play a Skull Clamp. And I'm going to equip it to one of these to draw 2 cards. More mana. We're going to do that one more time. Wow. Okay. Now we're going to play our Grifter. Oh, I don't have to pay that much mana. How about that? That means we can do Skull Clamp one more time if we really wanted to. Yeah, I only have to pay 2 because he's a wizard. So we can tap down his Mana Vault. That seems pretty good, right? I think it does. Yeah. Although, maybe... No, I think that's good. It definitely keeps him from being able to do Zada and a trick for a turn. So I think that's what we do. So we're going to tap down his Mana Vault. And I guess we'll play Diffusion Sliver just so in the event that he does have a removal spell, it's at least harder for him to use against us. I apologize for not having all my pretty lands in here. I made this deck a while ago, and it's been updated some, but I forgot to go back and change out the basics for the prettier basics. So that should probably give us the game, because tapping down his Mana Vault makes it so he can't... It's very unlikely, at least, that he can play Zada and throw a big enough haymaker that we're just dead. This deck can do it, but he only has 5 mana available to him, so it seems unlikely. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and block with Duplicant. But other than that, I'm going to take it. You know, I'll chump with the Diffusion Sliver. Who needs it? Its effect isn't huge. So we take 3. Just trying to be careful here. Pyroclasm. That would be... Ooh. Wow. Okay. All right. That'll do it. Should have drawn more cards when we had the chance. Wow. Well, he won the flip, so he's going to get it back. Not cool. All right. Well, kind of sad. Our opponent may beat us now. He bought himself a lot of time, that's for sure. Stick Skull Clamp here and in my turn. Although technically he's not going to die because he's in the would go to the command zone, so you don't actually get to draw cards off of your commander dying, sadly. Okay. In fact, it's going to be better to move it probably because we can get in for some more commander damage if we do. Right now we can't. I mean, he double blocks right now if we swing, so we can Wizard Cycle. What wizards do we have in this deck? I'll pull it up on my other screen here. See if there's a wizard that I really need to help me out. Right. Yeah, I was going to say, well, okay, let me check wizard cycling. Real quickly here. I know there's a way to apply filters. There we go. We have... I mean, Patron Wizard wouldn't be bad. Sage of Fables. Marrow Harbinger sort of nets me 2 cards. Yeah, we don't have that much that we can get with it. What I'm leaning towards doing is... Oh, it's not an option, unfortunately. So I guess we do Wizard Cycle, because we can't choose to not use its ability. We can't. It has to bounce a Sliver, so, and I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to Wizard Cycle. And grab a wizard I can play, move Skull Clamp over to, and then... So here we go. Trinket Mage does grab us stuff. Central Tracer's kind of fun. Probably Magus of the Future is what we want. I mean, that's a pretty big spell, pretty big card. We could get Diviner's Wand, I guess. I forgot that's technically a wizard because of Tribal. Yeah, I think we get Magus of the Future. Play with the top card of our library revealed. Alright, it's a land. We are going to move Skull Clamp here. And we're going to attack with our Ultimus. He can only take so much more damage from our commander. I'm thinking he probably chump blocks, yeah. But that's good for us. I mean, it's keeping him from building the army that he needs here. We have Curse of the Swine to disrupt, except that actually won't disrupt his army at all. It's pretty bad against his deck with all the tokens. I mean, we can use it to kill Zada, that's pretty good. But killing anything else with it doesn't seem especially meaningful. But basically, we have an extra card in our hand now, so that should help us rebuild. How much commander damage has he taken? I've seen it before. Let's go back up here. Something they definitely need to fix on Magic Online is that we're almost there. Almost there. 15. He's taken 15. Okay, there's Zada. We're probably going to use Curse of the Swine on her. At least make him have to recast her. Molten Birth again. Good, he lost the flip that time. Didn't really want to have to deal with that card again. Killing these is just an upgrade for our opponents, so... I wish it said non-token creature exiled this way. That would be awesome right now. I don't think I block if he attacks. No. I think I attack with my mages this turn, though. Reliquary Tower, huh? Cool thing is you can keep playing the top card of your library, so we can keep going, and there's a good top card. Ooh, which Jace is that? Hello there. Isn't that interesting? I think we have to kill Zada, unfortunately for us. Like, if we let her live, the chances our opponent can cast multiple combat tricks and just destroy us are a little too high. I mean, he's going to recast her, but it's going to be slower for him. I mean, I could play Jace and bounce Zada, though. Yeah, that's true. It's not quite as good, but it's not bad. So, yeah, let's play Jace and bounce Zada. And then I think we probably don't attack with anybody after that. So we're going to bounce Zada. And we can draw 3 cards at the end of our opponent's turn with all of our wizards in play, so I think that's what we do. Yeah, we managed to have all our creatures be wizards. I mean, this is always a wizard, but he also is, and so is she. So we now have a card drawing engine in play. So we're going to bounce that Zada. And, I mean, we could attack with this. We get to draw 2 cards if we don't, but obviously we just got, like, a massive amount of value off of Magus of the Future. It's from Future Sight, so I almost called it Magus of Future Sight, but that's not what it is. So Mana Vault's tapped again. Does he go to 9? Or does he spend his time untapping his Mana Vault? We need a Lord is what we really need. He's going to untap his Mana Vault. Our Rattle Chains, I mean, isn't exactly a Lord, but no, he decided to take 4. He's going to replay Zada now. So now we'll probably use Curse of the Swine on her. Okay, we get to hold on to Jace, which is great. Okay. Trinket Mage on top of our library. Poor Skull Clamp. It's already in play, so. Yeah, so I guess we play a land. I guess we could have waited. We'll play Trinket Mage, which. Oh, I forgot to draw cards, didn't I? Jeez. Trinket Mage is another wizard. We could have drawn a bunch of cards last turn if I'd been paying attention. But clearly I wasn't. Ooh. That's going to be good, isn't it? Stun. Yeah, so he's going to have to draw a bunch of cards here. 4 of them. I think we want to get in for as much commander damage, and damage in general as possible because our opponent has so little life. So I think I'm going to cast Whelming Wave from the top of my library, and then in response, draw 3 cards. That seems pretty good, right? Oh, we do have to let our Trinket Mage do its thing. Oh, which means Whelming Wave is going to go away. What was I thinking? Now we don't want to use its ability. We don't have to use it, and we won't. That was a mistake. We get to use it again, though, if we use our Whelming Wave, and we will, so. We'll use Whelming Wave here. Oh, I tapped too much mana for it, but we'll use it. So Mistform Ultimus gets to stay in play. We get rid of his tokens. His Zada goes back to his hand to have to be cast yet again, and we get to hold on to Curse of Swine. Oh, God, I'm bad at Magic. I don't know what just happened, but it definitely happened. If that makes sense. We're going to scry 1, then draw a card. I didn't get the opportunity, it didn't seem like, to... do we want a Lighthouse Chronologist? I don't think so. To use the ability the way that I wanted to use it. So we're going to put Skull Clamp here. Oh, we have plenty of mana to do that already. So we'll put Skull Clamp there. So we'll swing for 4. Which means our opponent, if he gets hit one more time by our commander, loses. So we need to give him evasion somehow. We do have plenty of ways. If I'd only drawn all the cards I should have drawn, instead of screwing up twice on drawing cards, we would have like so many extra cards in our hand. But we don't. So I think we play Magus of the Future first, just because it's pretty sweet. We can bounce Zada again if that's all he does here, and then we just win. So I'm assuming, yeah, okay. He's doing a little more than that. I think we just flash our flyer into play, our rattle chains. Oh, and gonna play Zada. No, Young Pyromancer. Right? Tokens, tokens, tokens. I see. So we'll flash in rattle chains here. He'll drop our opponent to 3 just on his own, so we'll give Mistform Ultimus hexproof, because why not? Okay, so our opponent does have to discard a card. Panic, yeah, another thing that would have let him draw a million cards. Alright. So we're going to play our Mages of the Future again. Play that land. Alright. We're going to scry 1, then draw a card, I think. Bouncing one of these doesn't do me a whole lot of good right now. So yeah, we're going to scry 1, then draw a card. Put that on the bottom. Sigil Tracer. Ooh. Now, if I bounce 2 creatures, that does do something. Too bad we already used this ability, but maybe next turn. So I think we play a Zami. And this time, remember to actually draw some cards with her, perhaps. First, we're going to swing with Rattle Chains, dropping him to 3. Now, he can play Zada and use a combat trick to do all sorts of nonsense on his turn. It's worth noting. So yeah, we'll play a Zami. And this time, remember to draw some cards, hopefully. And we'll end our turn. I'm definitely better at building commander decks than I am at playing them, if this game has proven anything. Because we've had sweet things going on, and I've punted on them. Probably should have moved Skullclamp to something else. And it did, so just to add that to the list. Okay. We need to get flying for our Mistform Ultimus. So if all he's going to do here is play Zada, I think we play Jace, bounce. He could be about to draw a million cards. So that's worth keeping in mind. I think if he attacks, we can't really block, and our poor Jace is probably dead. But I don't think he's going to attack when he's dead to very little damage from my creatures, and from any 2 more damage, I guess, from my Mistform Ultimus. We'll kill him as well. Oh yeah, we can't play both Jaces either. God, I'm killing it at Magic today. They're both Planeswalker Jace, so no. My plan of bouncing 2 of them will not work, and luckily I've realized that before I tried to do it and wasted mana. This could have been interesting with his combat tricks, I guess. So, I mean, if he could attack with everything and give them all +3/+3, for example, we would take 6, 11. Yeah, it's not enough. It's just 17. No big deal. But he could kill my Jace here, which means I do play the other Jace. Whoops, he said. I've made lots of whoopses. Oh, GG. Why GG? What could he have messed up? Maybe tapped his mana wrong? I don't know. Alright, well, I guess our opponent is done. He says round 2, but I need to record more of these, so I need to play a different deck. What do I tell him? I don't know. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.